big new Sweet Spots cookies. It all begins small enough with a bite-sized shortbread cookie. But then, on top, a big chocolatey drop for an unbelievably big chocolatey taste. Remember, these are professional cookie baking elves. Do not try this yourself. But do try this, a handy 4-pack of Sweet Spots, the little cookie with the big chocolatey taste. New Sweet Spots, only from Keebler.
Today, leading health authorities, including research specialists, urge us to eat foods rich in beta-carotene, foods like broccoli, spinach, kale. Today, we've added beta-carotene to a more complete Centrum formula. Centrum with more vitamins, including beta-carotene and minerals. More complete than any leading brand. Help support your diet with Centrum. More complete from A to Zinc. And for children, there's Centrum Junior. More complete than any leading children's vitamin.
I want to show you why my Dirt Devil is the world's best-selling corded hand vacuum. Okay, Sam. Now, the toughest test for any vacuum is pet hair. So I gave my Dirt Devil a strong motor and a revolving brush just like an upright. And if it's powerful enough to clean up this mess, imagine what it can do with a dirty carpet. You could say Dirt Devil is man's best friend. Well, almost. So get a Dirt Devil and put the power of an upright in the palm of your hand.
All dairies go a long way to meet high industry standards. But Quality Check goes further, which is why more people are coming up to the fresher taste of Quality Check. Look for the check in the queue, where the fresh taste will tell you we're better, because we're better than we have to be.
Next on TBS, Punch and John are back to bring safety to the California highways on CHIPS. Then at 1:05, a private detective must face the law he used to uphold. Banyan, coming up here on TBS.
As Summers Die now continues on TBS.
There you go, Whistler.
It's pretty.
I love this place. When I was a kid, I used to come down here and fish. Stay at the water for hours. Just think about things.
Where are my things?
In my closet. Good morning.
Good morning.
You look beautiful.
You don't make any mistakes.
Before I met you, all I could think about was getting through the day. Just getting through the day. Now, mostly all I think about is you.
You think too much.
You tell me not to take that money to wait for Mr. Croft to defend your mother in court?
You tell me some white man come out to my place for $5,000 and want to buy that old dirt for him not to sell it to him? Then you better go on away from here. $5,000? You can have everything I got.
Show me $5,000 for that dust pot of mine, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay, wait just a minute. Some of you all from Sullivan County, right? That's right. Now, because they wanted to open a paper mill on the Pearl River, they offered you all $100, and you settled here. Yeah. Now, that white man has got your land, and they got their paper mill. And you have spent your $100, am I right? Now, it's happening again. They're offering you money again, today. And one by one, you're gonna sell your land. Mr. Croft's expert thinks there's oil on that land. And Mr. Croft here has come to help us. Now, please, all I'm asking is for you to listen to this man here. Please, just listen to him. That's all I ask.
Point is, if there is oil and you all stick together and not sell out one by one, then you're going to have power. A lot of power. Now, that oil is yours. It's yours. Just don't be fools and sign away anything. Not yet. Not till you know what you're selling.
Burn us out.
Wait. Hold on. Listen to me. We've got to trust somebody. And Mr. Croft here seemed to be to our best interest. We know that a house divided cannot stand. We need to be together, trusting in God.
Hey, Willis, what's the specialty of the house? Fried mosquitoes? Come on.
Hey, Boudreaux. Willie. A friend here stomach beats enough.
Oh, did he come to the rat place? And you brought yourself to this table right here?
Oh, I think I'd like to talk to you. I think I need to change your pace.
Got to give me your anytime you want to go.
Surprised you could find this place on your own.
This is, Emil Montague.
Glad to meet you.
This is Willie Croft. It's my attorney.
Y'all having a good time?
Food's great.
Yeah, it is. Well, I got a business meeting over here.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What's the matter, P. Willis?
Let's get something to drink.
Right on.
They don't have a case anymore.
Because that woman doesn't have the deed. I do.
Let me look at that, please.
Wasn't any problem getting it from Elvira.
One of the boys must...
boys?
I don't want to hear names.
Nobody knows any names, Gus.
You pay him to lay low until this thing is over.
What you gonna do with that, Gus?
We're holding here a piece of illegally obtained evidence.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy. I declare. Y'all should hear yourselves. Whining and moaning like a bunch of babies.
What are you going to do with that? It's evidence.
It used to be. And that is the end of that.
Willie's come forward with an offer of settlement. I think it ought to be heard. Yeah, once more in the breach. You changed your tune, Willie, have you?
Only thing that's changed is somebody burned the Backus house, and the deed's gone.
Well, that's a shame. That's a real shame.
You wouldn't have any thoughts about that?
Now, you hold on just 1 minute. I'm not going to sit here and have you...
Now,
accuse
shut
me.
up, both of you. I'm not going to take this from my office. You have an offer, make it.
We're willing to accept Mr. Tompkins' last offer. Elvira's children get the land plus $35,000 sweetener. Your people get the mineral rights.
I'd like to do that, Willie. But my hands are tied. Since you rejected that offer when I made it, the whole family determined to have everything they believe is rightfully theirs.
That's that. The trial will go on.
Can I talk to you?
I got nothing to say.
Will you listen to me?
You don't owe me anything.
A lot of men have told me that they love me. It never mattered before. I wanted you to see me at the restaurant. I wanted to make you mad. Maybe I was trying to drive you away. Maybe I was scared because all of a sudden I cared too much. But I just wanted to be okay between us.
Okay. What the hell's that supposed to mean, okay? Okay what? Okay to keep using me to throw in your family's face?
I had feelings for you.
There's nothing going on inside you. Nothing.
I'm sorry, Willie.
All right, let's tap into Mother Earth and listen to her heartbeat. Well, come on, fellas. There's gonna be bombs away. All clear! Fire in the hole! We got oil, we're rich, we're gonna have parties and fun and girls and grub and bubbly. Come on. Not bad, not bad. Come on, Willie, we got millionaire Croft. We found it. Right where I said it'd be. We are rich. We're gonna have to festivalize this situation. We're gonna party, boy. Ooh-wee. Housekeeper on vacation? Oil, 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 oil has found the dome of oil. That foul-smelling dinosaur pit's gonna make us very rich, 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 rich. Ooh. Wanda, honey?
Yes, Eddie?
How'd you like to put your sweet little bun in my big old Cadillac and pick us up some more of that French belly wash?
Sure.
Here's the keys. Maybe some eats. Y'all drive careful.
Right.
So, why so cheerful?
this town. I thought I was on my way. I mean, on my way. But no. I ain't supposed to care. I ain't supposed to feel good, 'cause that's when they take it away. I was gonna pull myself up, do something for somebody else. I did something. The house is gone, the deed's gone, and I ain't got a case. The funny thing is, I started out trying to screw the Holtz, and ended up screwing myself.
Whoa, easy, big fella. Take it a little easier on yourself.
Hell, that trial ain't even started, and you're acting like the jury already come in against you. You gotta get up tomorrow and do the best you can. Call it a day. That's all there is.
Now, you are my case. You're all Elvira has. Ms. Lofton, I need you at that trial.
So, what's to be done?
First thing is to find a psychiatrist.
I'm not going to see any damn psychiatrist.
You are going to have to answer Tompkins' questions, and he is going to try to prove that you're incompetent.
He's handled my affairs for 25 years, and now he's a turncoat.
Well, our case would be a lot stronger if we could go to trial with our own doctor's findings that you're okay.
Would you put a little more sherry in this, if you please?
Yes, ma'am.
My husband and I used to walk across that meadow out in front in the spring. It was all covered with buttercups and daisies. When I was a young girl, the colors were prettier then. Life was more pastel, and the music was sweeter too. Here for just a moment, and then it was gone.
Goodbye, Miss Lofton.
Willie, she's not doing too good, is she? I'm afraid if she testifies, she's gonna fall apart. And they're gonna use that and they're gonna put her away.
Well, she'll testify if I have to subpoena her. She's a corroborating witness. She's the only one I got. Trial's Tuesday. Have her ready.
As Summers Die will return in a moment. A child's plea.
What we do to the earth, we do to ourselves.
How can we make the earth livable for our children before it's too late? A TBS original production. One child, one voice. 8 Eastern, Sunday night on TBS.
I took a chance this time and tried to save a couple of dollars.
The service wasn't there. So I went to AT&T and stayed with AT&T.
I don't want gimmicks. I want a long-distance phone company I can count on.
If you miss dealing with AT&T, come back now for free. It's easy. Just call 1-800-821-6555.
And the reason we switched initially was because of the, we're going to see this dramatic drop in our phone bill, and we didn't.
I mean, what's the point? They can't offer me substantially cheaper rates from what I've seen.
At AT&T, when we promise you savings, you get them. In fact, nobody gives you more ways to save. Come back now for free.
And it was just like a hassle figuring out both bills, both sets. And so we just said, hey, we just scrapped it and just now we get one phone bill and that's it. It's a lot easier to pay.
AT&T makes everything easy, even switching back. Call 1-800-821-6555 for the service and value you deserve.
After 12 years, Joe Starling comes home to an impossible choice.
You and I have a little girl.
I think it's too bad that you can't have everything that you want.
William Peterson, Keep the Change, a TNT exclusive premiere, Tuesday, June 9th.
Here comes something big from Extra Sugar-Free Gum. It's pink, it's got NutraSweet, and a great classic bubblegum flavor. It's new Extra Classic Bubblegum. And since it's extra, that big classic flavor lasts an extra long time. So if you're chewing something else, get ready for a tremendous breakthrough. And try new Extra Classic Bubblegum. Classic bubblegum flavor that lasts an extra long time.
There's a growing respect for life in this country. You can feel it in the renewal of the family, in the return of basic values. And with this new respect, many people, when faced with an unexpected pregnancy, are deciding to make an extra place at life's table. Because many people are coming to realize that everyone deserves a chance to be born. Life, what a beautiful choice.
Jim, it's getting late.
I know.
Come on, honey, it hasn't run since high school.
Oreo, unlock the magic.
Why ask me? Why do I come into it anymore?
What makes everything so whip-smacking, lip-smacking, good? Cool Whip's the one, that whipped creamy taste. Cool Whip's the one.
Twice the power.
That makes a big difference.
Professional plumbers on Professional Strength Liquid Plumber.
All the other liquid drain openers dilute.
This stuff doesn't. It's more powerful. So twice as much power attacks the hair clog, and bam.
Goodbye, clog.
Get twice the power to the clog.
As Summers Die now continues on TBS.
How long have you held the position of county clerk, Mr. Crawford?
28 years.
28 years. And you have custody, care, and control of all the deed records in this county?
I do.
And did you find anything in the records, anything at all, indicating that this land belonged to anyone but the whole family?
No, sir.
Your witness, Mr. Croft?
No questions, Your Honor.
Call your next witness, Mr. Tompkins.
Did Jonathan Holt regularly make payments on the 450 acres in question, so-called Backus Place?
Yes, he did.
And after his death, did his children continue to make those payments?
Yes, and they were never late either.
Your Honor, I move to submit these papers in evidence.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Admit them without objection.
Your witness up.
Is it possible to pay taxes on property you don't own?
I suppose, but I don't know any fool that'd do it.
Well, supposing that someone gave someone else a gift of land, and that gift included paying the taxes on it.
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name.
Brevard Holt.
Mr. Holt, The defense claims that your father, Jonathan, gave land to Elvira Backus. What was your father's state of mind during the last few years of his life?
My father was not in his right mind, I'm sorry to say. Towards the end, he started doing strange things.
Would you mind telling us what kind of strange thing?
Once he sat up all night in front of the fire, drinking. He must have drunk a whole bottle of whiskey.
My.
And when we came down in the morning, he was just sitting there, humming to himself. Acted like he didn't recognize any of us, including Mother.
Now, you shared the responsibility of running the family fortune with your father.
Yes, I did. We were very close.
Now, if he was planning to divest himself of a significant portion of the estate, would he have confided that intention to you?
He certainly would have, yes.
Well, did he ever mention the existence of any such intention to give Elvira Backus the land he was so kindly allowing her to live on?
He did not. My father worked very hard to build and preserve our holdings. And he was most assuredly not a man to give away pieces of his property.
Well, thank you, Mr. Holt. No more questions, Your Honor.
Now, you've been saying that your father got strange in his later years. Were there any losses suffered by the company during this period of time he was getting strange?
My father was a leader, Mr. Croft, a powerful intellect.
Mm-hmm.
And Holt Industries was never mismanaged.
And he managed the entire estate, plus all the companies controlled by Holt Industries right up until the day he died.
Yes, I just told you.
And yet, you say that your father was not of a sound mind for at least a year before he died. Now, I ask you, how a man could possibly manage a complex financial empire, not only manage it, but increase his profits every year until the day he died, still be strange in the head. I'm done with this witness, Your Honor.
Very well. This court's adjourned until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Brother, when do you think you'll need my aunt?
Tomorrow?
She's not doing too well.
I need her, Missy.
What's gonna happen?
I got 2 old ladies. And that's all I got.
Good luck.
Hello? Hello? Hey, Willis. Hey, Willie. Hey, Will. Hey, partner. I'm on the run, but I wanted to drop you by a copy of these test results. I figure with these and my Tulsa connections, I ought to be able to get a drilling loan in 5-6 working days.
All you got to do is win that case tomorrow, and we're home free.
What if I lose?
Then I'll have a new boss. Good luck, though. You hear now?
Yes. Bye. Miss Backus, will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Miss Backus, in the papers filed in this court, you have sworn that Jonathan Holt gave you the land you're living on. How long did you know Mr. Holt?
I always knowed him. Ever since I was a little baby girl, I knowed him.
And will you tell the court about the first time you spoke with Mr. Holt?
He was a pretty young boy. And he come up to the steps and he say, "What's your name?" And I told him. And I didn't see him for a time. And when I see him again, he remembers my name. And he called me by Vira, he say.
And how old were you the first time that Jonathan Holt used your name?
About 15, 16.
15 or 16. And will you tell the jury, Miss Elvira, about the first time you were alone with Jonathan Holt?
It was a hot day. August, I believe. 1901. 02. And he came up to the porch with some peaches. And he asked me, did I want to go down by the Sawmill Creek and have some of them. After a while, he put his arm on my shoulder and he said, "You the prettiest thing." And he kissed me.
And then what happened, Miss Elvira?
Then he started to touch me.
How'd you feel about it? How'd you feel about Jonathan Holt?
He was a good man. He was always a gentleman.
Did he talk to you about love?
What he gonna say? Him being a white man and all, me being colored. Can't say nothing about love.
Did he tell you when he married?
He said, "Vira, I got to go now and I ain't coming back no more. I'm getting married in Beanville." I didn't say nothing, because I know it was gonna happen someday. Then I started to cry. I just couldn't help it. And he said, "Vira, I got to do this. I just got to. I ain't got no choice. You understand that, don't you?" And I say, "I stand it," but I didn't. And I did. Do you see what I'm saying?
But he did come back, didn't he, Miss Elvira? After he was married, Jonathan Holt came back to you.
He come back about 1 year after then. It was summertime, and the sun was almost down. And he drove into the yard and got out of the car and just stood there, looking at me. I ran down to him, and he held me. I was just so happy to see him again. But then the tears come, because he still got a wife and a baby, too, by then.
And did you make love that night?
Yes, sir. We did.
And after that, did he come back again?
He come back about 2, 3 times a month. Except for when I was carrying Daniel.
Well, he didn't come up then?
He come up more. But we didn't do nothing. Jonathan say he didn't want to maybe hurt the baby.
Miss Backus, when was the last time you saw Jonathan Holt?
Was in 1940. It had been raining to beat the band, but it stopped. And he drove into the yard and come up on the porch. And the children was out doing chores, so we had a little time by ourselves, sitting in front of the fire. And he looked so tired and so sick. And he give me that paper, the one that says he give me the land. And he say, "Vira, I want you to have this for you and those children. You've been good to me. And it's all that I can give you.
Thank you, Miss Backus. I've got a short recess. How's she doing?
She hasn't spoken a word all morning.
I gotta get back. Go over these with her.
Aunt Hannah? Aunt Hannah? Willie wanted you to see the questions that he was going to ask you, so it might make you more comfortable when you testify.
As Summers Die will return in a moment.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had some pigs, cows, chickens.
Aspirin.
Make sure getting there is half the fun with travel games. Sorry, Clue, and Monopoly Junior.
With Hillshire Farm light smoked sausage, you can make meals in minutes. We're giving people a whole new appreciation of fast food. Taste the difference when it comes from Hillshire Farm.
I'm no mama's boy. Old Johnny calls his own shots. Case in point, my cereal's oatmeal raisin crisp. It's beaucoup delicious. Sweet crispy flakes topped with a delectable brown sugar and rolled oat crunch, plus raisins and almonds. All considered sacred foodstuffs among your ancient Patagonians. I love oatmeal raisin crisp. I'm my own man, Ma. Look, Ma! I'm eating my oatmeal. And remember, the bowl with the yellow duckies is mine.
You know, we hardly even advertise this stuff, and people are buying an awful lot of it. What attracted you to it in the first place?
Well, Healthy Sensation attracted me right away because the name is great because it describes the dressing. My whole family loved the taste.
They see these little things right here, these little bits.
Yeah. There's chopped parsley and an onion, and it tastes sensational.
So Healthy Sensation is a good name.
It's a great name.
It's a better name than if we'd called it like Ed. Healthy Sensation salad dressing. The name says it all.
Got great curves? Great curves deserve
18-hour.
Playtex 18-hour bra. Supports full figures more beautifully.
Comfortably.
Great curves deserve
The 18-hour bra.
From Playtex, the fit that makes the fashion.
Just how the little woodland critters keep their food fresh all winter long is a secret they keep a tight lid on. Because Rubbermaid Serve and Savor lids never forget to keep food fresh. Don't you wish everything was made like Rubbermaid?
Next on TBS, Punch and John are back to bring safety to the California highways on CHIPS. Then at 1:05, a private detective must face the law he used to uphold. Banyan, coming up here on TBS.
Day is done and you're working up an appetite. I wonder what minute.
Hey, hon, what's for dinner?
It's cooking up for dinner tonight.
Tonight, in just 10 minutes, you can enjoy the whole grain, nutty taste of Minute Instant Brown Rice. It's a healthy, all-natural bran source and makes a hearty meal worth coming home to.
Just look what minute is cooking up for dinner tonight.
Grandpa's Popular Science. Love those.
Hey, Dad, look at this.
There's still film in here.
What are you going to do with it?
The more important the photo, the more reason to trust it to Eckerd.
It's Grandpa and some kid with a mop.
It wasn't a mop. It was a fiery horse with the speed of light.
Hi-ho, Silver, away!
It looks like a mop to me.
On a recent Tuesday morning, the toaster in the Davis household
There go my... Uh-oh.
took over the Eggo waffles. Just a bizarre toaster malfunction? Or could that crisp Eggo taste be so irresistible that even the toaster won't let go?
There go my Eggo.
Maybe it finally wised up maybe it realized what a great taste it was giving up all these years. Or maybe
Maybe I got a good deal on a trick toaster.
Eggo waffles taste too good to let go.
Fisher-Price knows how much kids depend on their toys to be there for them, day in and day out. So we make everything from our skates to our fun hydrant tough enough to survive the kinds of days kids put them through. Which means the Fisher-Price toy they play with today will be ready and waiting for them to play with tomorrow.
As Summer's Die now continues on TBS.
Call your next witness, Mr. Kroll.
Calling Hannah Holt Lofton.
Calling Hannah Holt Lofton.
If it please the court, this is out of order. Mrs. Lofton's going to be defending in a pending competency trial. Now, can she come in here and testify to anything went on Saturday is being held in question?
X Tompkins, don't you talk about me that way.
Mr. Croft, what's going on here?
Dudley McCormick, I knew you before you were sitting up there, so high and mighty. I've come a long way to say something, and I'm gonna say it.
Swear in.
Ms. Lofton, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Of course I do.
Mrs. Lofton, do you know Elvira Backus?
Oh, yes. Elvira was my cook for 20 years. And her daddy worked a farm on Jonathan's Creole Town property.
It is Miss Backus' contention that your brother gave her that property. Do you have any recollection of such a gift?
I do.
And did you witness a piece of paper giving her the land, a map of the property?
I did.
And could you tell the jury here the circumstances under which you signed that piece of paper?
Oh, objection, Your Honor. There's no piece of paper. Unless counsel can produce one out of thin air.
Be quiet, Augustus. I know what I signed.
No more questions, Your Honor. Your witness.
Good afternoon, Hannah. How you feeling today?
I've never felt better, Augustus.
Good, good. You understand what's going on here?
Augustus, why don't you just get on with it?
All right. That's just what we're going to do. How old are you, Hannah?
I don't wish to answer that.
You don't have to if you don't want to. But it makes me wonder if you aren't ashamed of your age.
Well, it makes me wonder if you're not being very rude.
Miss Lofton, please answer the question.
The question being raised about your capacity for recollection, Hannah.
My memory's as good as yours.
Is it? Well, how can you be so certain?
Can you tell me what color socks you're wearing?
Yeah, of course I can. They're blue.
But you had to look down.
Well, that's just an old trick, Hannah. You know, in the legal profession, we call it blowing smoke.
Well, why don't you just call it not knowing the color of your socks?
Not my socks on trial here. It's your memory.
Objection. Miss Lofton's memory is not on trial.
Sustained.
Hannah, you said you remembered witnessing a piece of paper for Jonathan. Now, can you recall in detail for us? When did it happen?
Well, it was Christmas, 1940. Jonathan came up from Bienville and said he wanted to give Elvira her house and some land. And then he had a piece of paper he wanted me to sign, and I did. And then he went off to find Elvira. And when he came back. He said he'd given it to her, and she was very pleased. I remember I made him sit by the fire.
Sorry, Your Honor. It's cruel and unjust to put Hannah through all this. Anybody can see she's not well.
Jonathan felt he owed some kind of appreciation to Elvira and her family for their loyalty all those years. I never thought of that land as anyone's but Elvira's. Nobody did until now. And we know why that is. They want that oil. They need my land and Elvira's land they've never, ever even walked over. Well, they're not going to get it. Not 1 acre. And I'll tell you something else. Daniel and Priscilla are Jonathan's children. I know it. You know it, Augustus. And all of them know it. And that's all I have to say.
Hey, folks, the jury's coming back.
Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
The bailiff will collect the verdict. We, the jury, in the above-titled action of Holt versus Backus, find for the defendant, Elvira Backus.
Thank God.
Court's adjourned.
Elvira, my dear.
Thank you, Miss Lofton. Thank you.
Willie! Nice work, Willie. Much as I hate to lose. Why don't you just join me later on for a drink at the club and talk a little bit about the future?
I don't think so.
Congratulations. You did it. You got everything.
No, I don't. I love you.
I love you too.
What's the problem with us?
I'm not ready to put my clothes in your closet. There's always tomorrow.
Mr. Croft, you going soon? I'm going to be locking up.
I'm on my way.
A woman's been murdered, and the prime suspect is LA's toughest private eye. Robert Forrester, Jose Ferrer, and Darren McGavin. Banyan, 105 Eastern later today on TBS. Now get ready for Punch and John and Chips next.
Survival.
God, I miss my husband.
Sally Field, Danny Glover, Ed Harris.
I gotta get home!
Places in the Heart. 10:35 Eastern Sunday on TBS. From CNN Headline News, this is TBS Newswatch.
Possible presidential candidate Ross Perot says in an interview to be broadcast tonight on ABC, he would not pick adulterers or homosexuals for certain cabinet positions. Colonel Marguerite Kammermeyer says she's being kicked out of the National Guard after 26 years because she's a lesbian. She earned a Bronze Star while serving as a nurse in Vietnam. The Commerce Department reports the economy grew 2.4% in the first 3 months of the year. One economist says it confirms there's a mild recovery underway. For Newswatch, I'm Alan Duke.
Hi, KB. Who are your friends?
My dog Donut, my buddy Marty.
Hey, Kitty, what's up?
My classmate Ocean. Oh, yeah, there's Kelly. She's okay.
Hi, I'm Kai.
Who are not your friends?
Well, there's these two guys at school, Jesse and Jeff. Jeff does drugs, and he tries to get us to do it, too. Jesse thinks he's cool because he hangs out with Jeff.
Hey, guys, want to have some fun?
No, thanks, man.
Yeah, get a life, guys.
This has been TBS Newswatch.
Say, did you see any Indians around here?
Could be.
My friends.
What about Harry?
You embarrassed me, Banyan. You got out of step and you spoiled the whole parade. Well, the parade is still going on, and I still want Victor Pappas. You're going to find him, and you're going to bring him to me, and I'm going to nail him for the killing of Irene Portola. My audience expects those little entertainments. Now, let's just take up the case of Harry Sprague, a two-bit leg man, a claims chaser, an assistant investigator about town who drinks too much, but who just happens to be your best friend, and who just happens to need every job you can dig up for him because he's got a wife to support. Unless you join the big parade, Banyan, I'm going to devote 2 minutes of my precious airtime to dear old Harry Sprague. And he'll never work for another lawyer, another private investigator, or anybody else in this town. Nobody will touch him. This time I'm telling you, Banyan, you're going to deliver Pappas to me.
We'll return to Banyan in a moment.
It's Dwayne's World! Funky time! Excellent!
This is Dwayne Schneider, your most excellent super. And this, as always, is The Fonz.
Hey!
Party on with Happy Days and One Day at a Time. Beginning 5:05 Eastern weekdays on TBS.
Get down! A story of outrage.
Couldn't just stand there and watch him shoot those people.
And vengeance.
This kid knows him like didn't belong.
Passion.
I'm after the man who tried to kill my family. Where's Sean Miller?
And suspense.
He's never gonna leave us alone.
Paramount Pictures presents the motion picture event of the summer. Harrison Ford, Pageant Games, rated R. The games begin June 5th. After 12 years, Joe Starling comes home to an impossible choice.
You and I have a little girl.
I think it's too bad that you can't have everything that you want.
William Peterson, Keep the Change, a TNT exclusive premiere, Tuesday, June 9th.
A trip to Six Flags or Disneyland, a dog's view. We all know Disneyland's a great place to visit, but if you don't have time for the trip this year, consider the alternative. Six Flags. Bigger. Faster. Closer. No matter where you live, there's one nearby. Plus, you get home in time to feed your dog. Get your tickets at the gate or in advance by calling 1-800-6-FLAG-6.
It's allergy time again. Time for chlortrimeton. Time for the relief millions have turned to all across the country. Chlortrimeton. Independent clinical studies prove chlortrimeton relieves allergy symptoms just as effectively as the leading prescription product. Which means chlortrimeton gives you all the relief of a prescription for your sneezing, watery eyes, for your itchy throat. When it's time for allergies, it's time for chlortrimeton.
Here's to meals that aren't on a holiday, the meals when there's no company. Here's to all the just plain days. Here's to Mom, you make the meals that make it home.
And every day you can depend on Wesson vegetable oil. Wesson's 100% pure, so the taste of your good cooking comes through every time. When it comes to great taste, there's no better day than today.
You make the meals that make it home.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has powder to absorb moisture. Use it every day to feel fresh, dry, and confident. FDS. Make it your second deodorant.
I hate to clean. That's why I love this new Fantastic. Did you see it? It cuts through grease without leaving a film. So when I have company coming, I have time to do the really important things, like wipe the lipstick off the milk container. No grease, no film, new Fantastic.
Don't get hit by an annual fee. Carry the card that doesn't charge one. And keep yourself out of the hole. It pays to discover.
Travel behind the scenes of the new Harrison Ford film, Pageant Games. And what go behind closed doors at the real CIA.
What you see in the movie is only the tip of the iceberg.
Patriot Games, the secret world of spying. 7:05 Eastern, tonight on TBS.
Tonight on TBS, Ron Gant and Bobby Bonilla slug it out at Shea Stadium when the Braves take on the Mets. Then, for Sean Connery, Dustin Hoffman, and Matthew Broderick, Crimes of Family Business. That's all tonight on TBS. We now return to Banyan on TBS.
Come on, Harry. Harry, come on. Harry, let's go. Let's go home. Come on, home the roofie. Let's go. Come on. You all right? Let's go this way. Come on. You're sleeping like a baby.
He always does.
Yeah.
Can I get you a drink?
You wouldn't have a cup of tea around here, would you?
Back there.
You're gonna make somebody a good wife.
Yeah, somebody. What happens to people?
Other people?
Now, you know what I mean. Harry chasing other people's work all over town. Never his own man. What kind of life is that?
You're looking at it from the wrong side, Ruthie. Harry's an expert. He's nobody's man. He's a pro. He's the best in the business. That's his life.
And mine?
It'll work out.
What was he mumbling about Cordova?
Oh, he knows Cordova's on my neck again. Same old battle. A few years ago, after Pappas got sent up, there was a big political mess. They needed somebody's head to chop off and hang outside City Hall. They picked mine. Cordova and I were partners at that time. He was a good cop. He said what they wanted him to say. I don't know. Maybe he really believed I took a payoff from Pappas. Anyway, I could never pat him on the head and say, it's all right, Pete. So we tangled.
How long are you going to carry that grudge?
That's funny. He asked me the same question last night.
It was a mistake, wasn't it, Miles?
What was?
Harry and me. You knew it all the time. I guess I did too.
He loves you, Ruth.
I wanted you.
You thought.
Miles.
Hey, wait a minute. Look. Things get all mixed up. And pretty soon nobody knows what they want. In the end, you settle for a cup of tea and a night's sleep. Look, tell Strongheart to be in the office in the morning, will you? See you later, Ruthie.
Good morning, Mr. Banyan.
Morning, Mr. Gonzalez.
Ride 'em, cowboy.
Say, let me ask you something, Mr. Gonzalez. The other night when that girl was killed up in my office, did you happen to see anybody come in or go out?
I told the lieutenant when I was leaving. I saw that yellow sedan parked out in the street.
A yellow sedan parked out in the street, that's what you saw, huh? And you told Lieutenant Cordova all about that?
Sure.
Well, he's a peach, that lieutenant.
Hey, sweetheart.
Why, Mr. Banyan.
This, my lovely Miss Revere, is for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Banyan.
Rose to match your lips. Tomorrow I'll bring a turquoise for your eyes.
That's malarkey, young man, but thanks just the same.
Malarkey to you, passion to me.
Oh, Mr. Banyan, sometimes you worry me. This fixation for a woman of my age.
Heaven knows I've struggled against it.
Cold showers, maybe?
I must have you.
Or a psychiatrist?
Nothing but you, babe. Listen. Forget those dumb typewriter peckers. There's a ship sailing for Havana. We can make it if we
Mr.
try.
Banyan, I've got a new secretary for you.
She's got to be head of the class.
You've got her for 2 days. Linda Hayden from Kansas.
Sorry about that.
Why?
I didn't vote for Landon. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Oh, may I help you, sir?
I hope so.
I beg your pardon?
That's my name on the door.
Oh, Mr. Banyan!
Relax, Linda. Listen, Miss Revere tell you the deal?
Oh, yes, and it's a marvelous opportunity.
Please, no thanks.
Oh, by the way, there's a gentleman in there to see you.
Like a real pro.
What a marvelous opportunity, Mr. Banyan.
Listen, those kids from Peggy's school get great experience. And I don't have to look at the same face out there till it becomes wallpaper.
Yeah, you don't have to pay him either. Sign this.
For what?
1 pound of butter, a loaf of bread, 2 cans of peas, small size, pound of bacon. Ruthie's grocery list. My advance.
Know what's wrong with you, Harry?
What?
I need you.
I love you, too.
In the old days, Victor Pappas had a bodyguard.
Yeah, Willie Douglas.
Better known as a soldier.
Dig him up.
One other thing, Harry. Get me a gun.
Right.
Your mail, Mr. Banyan. I took the liberty of opening it.
That's not a liberty, Linda. That's a duty.
Mrs. Jennings phoned and asked if you could come up to her beach house this morning.
Not interested. I played that game last night.
She called twice.
Still not interested.
As a matter of fact, she called 3 times.
Come on. Come on. Good. Miles! You got my message?
What message? I don't pay any attention to messages.
Mr. Banyan, I know you're a very tough man, but on a day like this, taking my own mood into consideration, would you give some thought to managing just a small smile?
Okay. I'm not so tough now, but you should see me on a rainy day.
Hey, Daddy! I'm cold. Let's go in. I like it here. I like being alone. That's not an invitation for you to leave.
Who's that?
His name is David.
And, what's a David?
A young man who works as a lifeguard in the summer, delivers ice in the winter, and presumes on people's friendships in the spring. I'm sorry about last night. Bringing you home was something my husband wanted me to do, and, although we have an unusual relationship, I do things for him.
That was not worth 3 phone calls.
The phone calls were to make it up to you. I don't think my husband told you that he saw Victor Pappas a few nights ago. Pappas was here, in this room, with Lee. They were arguing about Lee's broadcasts, the ones where he really took off about Pappas getting out of prison.
Then what?
They went at it hot and heavy for about an hour, and then they both left.
Were you here?
I wasn't supposed to be. I was in the bedroom.
But your husband didn't know that.
I'm not like Lee. I enjoy my privacy. Are we even now?
Sure. Now we don't owe each other anything.
Miles, are you sure?
I'm sorry, lady. I don't deliver ice.
We'll return to Banyan in a moment. Dustin Hoffman.
See, I was raised to be a thief.
Sean Connery.
I'm a man trying his best to enjoy his golden years.
And Matthew Broderick. Taking care of business. Family business. 10:35 Eastern tonight on TBS.
Shout gets out more stains better. That's why more women prefer Shout over spray and wash. So whether it's
spaghetti, shout it out. Come on now. Pot pies, shout it out. Homework.
Unfortunately, there are some things even Shout can't get rid of.
Want a tough stain out, shout it out.
From Messy Johnson Wax.
Every summer weekend, millions of the smartest guys in America fire up their Murray mowers. What makes them so smart is that Murray's rated one of the best in quality and performance, with a 2-year warranty backed by 10,000 service dealers, at a price that's about half of other top quality mowers, which makes Murray mowers tough as they come, any way you cut it.
Fleischmann's Margarine asks, what is good?
Oh, that's good. Real good. And that's very good. Fleischmann's, of course, that's good. And will you look at that? Oh, there you go. That's better than good. Oh, boy.
Fleischmann's Margarine. Have you been good to yourself today?
That's good.
Fleischmann's, be good to yourself.
All dairies go a long way to meet high industry standards. But Quality Check goes further, which is why more people are coming up to the fresher taste of Quality Check. Look for the check in the queue, where the fresh taste will tell you we're better, because we're better than we have to be.
See Sting at the Hollywood Bowl. Billy Joel at Yankee Stadium. The 25th Montreux Music Festival and more from the best seats in the house. Your house. The Disney Channel free preview, May 28th to June 1st.
Got great curves? Great curves deserve
18-hour.
Playtex 18-hour bra. Supports full figures more beautifully.
Comfortably.
Great curves deserve
The 18-hour bra.
from Playtex, the fit that makes the fashion.
Before you freeze, remember this rule of thumb. Get Ziploc brand freezer bags with the gripper zipper. Tough, tiny teeth you can feel gripping, so you know freshness is locked in, freezer burns out. Do like me. Protect your ears. There's only one Ziploc.
Something's happened to your pa.
A desperate time for survival.
Now get that through your head once and for all. We can't do it.
I don't care what it takes. I don't care if it kills me. I don't care if it kills you. I'm not gonna give up.
Sally Field, Danny Glover.
I gotta get home!
Endearing moments. Memories never forgotten.
God, I miss my husband.
Places in the heart. 10:35 Eastern, Sunday morning on TBS. We now return to Banyan on TBS.
Hey, somebody named David work around here?
Yeah, off and on.
Where'll I find him?
You just look, over there.
Hey!
Who took that shot at me?
I don't know.
Who's in the yellow car?
I don't know.
What were you doing down by the road?
I was walking to work.
You're running.
I was late.
What were you doing down by the beach?
Watching.
What?
You.
Why?
I don't like people hanging around there. You stay away from her, you understand? You come around her again, I'll kill you.
Adios, pal. That lady's all yours.
Maybe it's sentimental of me, but I still believe that America's arsenal is not only guns and bullets, but bread and butter that's passed from hand to hand at the family table. And as long as that family sticks together...
You want to see the boss?
America is strong.
I want to see the boss.
Repeat item. Don't forget the milk fund. charity doesn't just begin at home. It begins in the empty tummy of a hungry kid. Until tomorrow, this is Lee Jennings saying good night and good news.
Bingo, that's it. Announcers, stand by. Ready on 12. What's your time?
That's what I call a good show, Mr. Jennings.
What have you got, Banyan?
There's good news tonight.
There better be.
Item for Lee Jennings. You and I have nothing going anymore. I don't mind you lying to 15 million fans, but I take it as a personal insult when my life is on the line.
Hey, get a load of this.
You want me to believe you never seen Pappas? Well, you saw him, you talked to him, and you argued with him. I don't have to tell you where or when.
You want Pappas, you do your own legwork. And as far as you making trouble for my friend Harry Sprague, you better get yourself an army of gunsos like Billy Boy. Because one lousy word out of your face and I'm coming after you. End of that item. This one's personal for you, Jennings. Your typical classy material. If all your wife's admirers were lined up end to end, they'd stretch from the Macombo out to your beach house. Try that one on the air.
I'm not interested in old news.
Listen, I spent 2.5 hours on the Jennings family today. According to my rates, that's $6.20.
Show him out.
Come on, Billy, you're a pro. I'm a pro. We ought to be able to talk this out.
Now, that's what I call a really good show, Mr. Benyon.
Oh, Mr. Banyan.
Just for laughs, I'd like to walk into a room where there's nobody asleep.
What?
Look, what are you doing here so late?
Nobody told me I could go home.
You know, you got one whole more day to work out our routine around here.
Can I go home then?
Tell you what, I'll make a special concession in your case and let you go home tonight.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Banyan.
Don't mention it. First thing in the morning, I want you to get my windshield fixed.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Harry Sprague phoned and said to tell you Mr. Willie Douglas. He's in the honor guard at Camp Siegfried. And Mr. Sprague made the arrangements for you two to drive up there tomorrow.
That Harry's really something.
Oh, and that object you asked him to get hold of? He said he made the arrangements, and Mr. Eddie Dolan will take care of it. What's the object?
You know where you read the personal ads in the newspaper and it says object matrimony?
Yeah?
That's the object.
All right, folks, we call this an auction, and that's exactly what it's going to be. But just to sharpen your interest, Eddie Dolan, that's me, is going to give away these 5 packages of fine Swedish needles. And I'm going to give them to the first 5 of you gentlemen who will step up here and take them out of my hand. There you are, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't be disappointed, sir. Eddie Dolan has a gift for you, too. A guaranteed fountain pen. And now, what have we here? And now, gentlemen, the finest blend of cigars direct from Havana, Cuba. Again, I am prohibited from mentioning the brand name, but I can tell you these cigars sell in any tobacco shop for 25 cents a piece or $7.25 per box. What am I bid?
$1.
Do I hear any more?
I'll take one of those for $1.25.
Going, gone. Eddie Dolan, you're taking a bath. All right, folks, we call this an auction, and that's exactly what it's going to be. And now, what have we here? What am I bid for this set of genuine, pure, 14-karat gold-plated pen and mechanical pencil set? Manufactured to sell at $3.95 per cup. Due to the limited supply, I can only allow 3 per customer. I see an anxious gentleman over there with his hand ready to bid. $1. The bid is $1. Do I hear $1.25? I don't. But I do hear $1.15 from the little lady over here. Going, gone. $1.15 per set.
Kerry. I'm not keeping you awake, am I?
Yeah.
Listen, while you're up, make a note about that phonograph record in Pappas's hotel suite, will you? Maybe you can dig it up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I got a question. When you and Ruth are gonna stop gnawing at each other?
I don't know. When I figure it out, I guess.
Figure what out?
Why I married her.
You were in love with her, pal.
So were you, pal.
Me? I love everybody.
Hey, Miles.
Yeah?
Why did you marry her?
Listen, I get married, I've got to give up my erector set. Hey.
Sig Heil.
Yeah? We want to see Willie Douglas.
What's your name?
Miles Banyan.
Okay. Get out. Walk across the bridge to the leader's headquarters. Corporal Douglas is on duty. What's your name?
He's with me. He's all right.
What's your name? Cone. Harry Sprague. Okay, wise guy.
You're a scream, Harry. The guy's a crackpot. They're all crackpots.
Yeah, that's what they said in Austria.
Well, in America, Banyan says, let's do the work and get out of here.
Jawohl. Hi, old Willie.
That stuff just for the boss. How are you, Banyan?
What do you say, Willie?
No complaints. I'm working. The local Fuhrer is afraid somebody's gonna blow his head off, so I'm soldiering him.
Listen, don't let us disturb your lunch.
Don't worry. Anybody want a pig's knuckle?
Lincoln Drive, 103. Attaboy, Willie.
Banyan. Forget where you got it, okay?
You know me, Willie.
Start the car and let's get out of here.
What's up?
Just start the car and let's get out of here.
Where's the key?
Uh-huh.
Give me the keys.
What keys are those?
Just give me the keys, will you?
The Cohen's keys. Now let him come and get them.
They're my keys.
The Cohen's keys.
I'll tell you, you want to know the truth? They're his keys.
This may come as a surprise to you, Pageant. We still have laws in this country. Little items like rules against assault. Look at me! Even you and your